Good day, everyone. Jazz Borgonzo here. Another episode of What's Next, your daily dose of common sense and facts. Hope you're enjoying this Thursday. Well, I'm not going to talk about Roe v. Wade. I'm not going to talk about the leaked document. I'm not going to talk about the abhorrent protesting and violent rhetoric being spewed at SCOTUS judges, nor am I going to talk about Dementia Joe pointing the finger at everybody but himself when it comes to the disaster that is the economy tanking. We're going to talk about diversity and inclusion in sports. Wow. This story just broke literally within the last 24 hours. And the hypocrisy, there's aplenty. Let's take a look. This comes out of Breitbart. Woke NBA play games in United Arab Emirates, where homosexuals can receive the death penalty. Yes, in the Middle East, where if you are gay, you will get tossed off bridges. Literally. The NBA has signed a deal to play games in the United Arab Emirates despite the fact that country considers homosexuality an offense punishable by death. Of course, the league paraded itself as ultra woke by canceling its 2017 All-Star game in Charlotte, North Carolina, where the state passed HB2 into law. The law that restricts restrooms in government buildings for the use of people who have genitals. Yes, if you have a penis, you use the boys' room. If you have a vag, you use the girls' room. Simple. But no, not to the NBA. They protested. They stomped their feet. They were going, ree! It was the bill that sent the NBA into the high dungeon. In 2016, while announcing its decision to pull the All-Star game in Charlotte, the NBA claimed that it based its move on long-standing core values of our league. The league added that its so-called core values include diversity, inclusion, fairness, and respect for others. In other comments, extremist left-wing NBA chief Adam Silver went further and said that the NBA would be necessary for North Carolina to change its laws before the NBA held the game there again. But with the announcement that it's made its multi-million-dollar deal with the UAE, the long-standing core values seem to be out of sight and out of mind. You know, like LeBron in China. Consequently, the league happily announced this week that its preseason games between Milwaukee and Atlanta are scheduled for October 6th and 8th at the Etihad Arena in the UAE's capital city of Abu Dhabi. The NBA's big announcement should be no surprise, though. Despite the country's very spotty record on gay rights, the league is neck deep in billion-dollar deals in China. Yes, which has some of the most massive human rights abuses on earth, but yet they continue to take China's money. The NBA seems to have a lot of long-standing core values when it targets condemnation of places in the United States where it knows it will get accolades from the leftist media establishment and otherwise suffer no real financial burden. However, when it comes to the deals in nations where those long-standing core values are at odds with authorities, the NBA's money takes precedence. Yes, the old adage, money talks, bullshit walks. In Saudi.
The NBA has announced that they are going to play games in October. These are preseason games in the United Arab Emirates in the UAE. This is significant for the primary reason that it elucidates the insane hypocrisy afoot when it comes to the NBA claiming to be a woke basketball organization.
Facts.
The NBA, you will recall, pulled its All-Star game out of Charlotte because they were upset over a transgender bathroom bill.
Yes.
Now, that transgender bathroom bill in Charlotte, all it really said was you're supposed to use the gender on your birth certificate in the bathroom. And again, I've been arguing for years, this is a law that was really unnecessary.
Exactly.
Because nobody stands outside of the bathroom and checks to see what gender you are
Exactly.
before you go into the bathroom. If you're dressed like a boy, use the boy's bathroom. Dressed like a girl, use the girl's bathroom. Okay? So that is That is the storyline in general. Okay. So North Carolina, Charlotte, bathroom bill, transgender, all of that issue, and the NBA decides that they are going to pull the All-Star game out of North Carolina and out of Charlotte.
We go from that to this. Of course, the NBA and ESPN are mum on holding games in places where gay and transgender people can face death. Yes. No one wants to talk about the NBA playing preseason games in the UAE, not the NBA, nor the Atlanta Hawks, nor Milwaukee Bucks, nor the ESPN wokeness. As we related in an earlier story, the league announced that it is staging a pair of preseason games between the Bucks and Hawks, of course, as we just read, in October. The NBA and broadcast partner ESPN have been major supporters of the alphabet rights in the U.S., but have said nothing. How dare they not have a comment on how the alphabet community has experienced massive human rights injustices in overseas locations where the NBA will soon hold games? My thoughts. Just a little bit from Clay there, just to put everything into proper perspective and context. As we have seen over the last few years, the NBA going woke, of course, with the Black Lives Matter bullshit after the vaunted St. George Kirby was taken down. Of course, ratings tanked. The whole wokeness regarding the WNBA as well. Of course, the WNBA is worthless trash. Sorry, ladies, it just is. Only family members will actually watch the shows and no one else does. But with that, when you have the total hypocrisy, again, China's massive human rights abuses and atrocities, that gets overlooked. Muslim Uyghurs getting abused, tortured, imprisoned, and even sentenced to death, that's okay. Chinese Christians run underground, forced underground, because of their faith, again, potential imprisonment and or death, that's okay. The NBA turns a blind eye. LeBron James turns a blind eye. Greg Popovich turns a blind eye. Adam Silver turns a blind eye. But when it comes to the obvious, of course, as we just stated, in the UAE, oh, no. That's okay, even though we know you throw gays off of bridges. We know you hang them. We know they are tortured. We know this for a fact, but yet, let me sign those checks. Let me take the monies. That is what the NBA does. That's why the NBA is a fucking joke. They are. I love the NBA. I watched Philadelphia 76ers coming from Philly for years. But over the last 3 to 5 years, I've become very disgusted on how the NBA, as a governing body, has held itself. Because here in America, it's about diversity and inclusion. Make sure people are treated with equal. But outside of the country, who the fuck cares? The NBA doesn't give two fucks. As long as the money is good, as long as the checks get cashed. Wow. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Bergonzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more just like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. And we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.